Well, good evening, everybody. This is Sue, the Soggy Stamper. It's a Friday evening, the December 29th, and I am excited to come to you and show you how to make this lovely pop-up book card. When you open it up, look at that. It has a book, like a book there. And it's an easy one to make. But it's kind of fun to send it. And then, so I'm using with this a stamp set that is new to the new mini catalog that begins January 4th. January 4th. Yes, that's when it starts. It's called Planted Paradise. It has vases or pots, and it has all kinds of stamps to have leaves and things to make a macrame hanger for your pot. And one of the things that's unique about this is you can turn it over and you can stamp and have a solid image as well as a image that has details in it. So that is the stamp set we're going to be using primarily. We also are I'm using the greeting Sending Love from Winter Owls. This is a retiring set. It's still available until through January 3rd. So if you are interested in this set, hop on and it's to the Last Chance sale and find it there. And then I'm using dies and the stamp set, Thoughtful Expressions. This also is in the new January through April mini catalog for 2024. And I'm using the greetings. Sometimes there are no words. Sometimes you just don't know what to say to somebody when their loved one dies or something like that. And then the dies. It's this wonderful set of dies that goes along with Thoughtful. It's called Thoughtful Expressions dies. One of the things that I really, actually the reason why I bought the bundle is because of these circular dies that are ruffly. I think they are so pretty. But today I'm going to be using this die to cut out one of the greetings. So let's get started. I'm using pecan pie for the card base. And it is scored it is 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. Just a typical regular card base. Still at 4 1/4. Increased. Then we have a piece that's 8 by 5. This is going to be the frame and the book base. And this one is scored at 1/2 inch. And at 4 inches. I can't see. And then at 7.5 inches. But I'm going to turn it around and do it the 1/2 inch again this way. The next step for the card is that you, at 3/4 inch, you cut between the 1/2 inch. And what is the 7.5 inch? I'm going to have to stand up so I can see this better, because I can't see. There's the score line. Let's see if I got it good. Pretty close. I'll try that one more time. Needs to go just a touch more. There, that's it. And again, 3/4 inch. And you go from 7 1/2 down to the 1/2 inch. Let's see how that looks. Looks good. You fold on this score line and this score line. These are the 1/2 inches. And then this gets a little tricky. Oh, no, I've got to do some more scoring. Let's see. I score. Okay, wait a minute here. 1/2 inch, 4, 7. Okay. Okay, so here on the top and the bottom here, we score at 3 inches, just to there, and down here. And then we score at 5 inches. Like the same way. And then on the book part, we score at 1 1/4 and 6 3/4. So we move this over to 1 1/4. There's 1 and there's 1/4. And we're going to score just the book part between the score lines like that, the cut lines. And then 6 3/4. And that would be the same thing as 1 1/4 over here. Like that. Now we're done scoring. And now we do a little bit tricky folding. This does not look right. Something is drastically wrong. I did it at 3, and then I'm supposed to do it at 5. I did it at 5, but 4. Oh, I did my center mark wrong. Since the score should have been a 4. What is the problem? Maybe my piece is too long. Oh, guys, this always happens. I do believe. Okay, so I didn't have a 5-inch piece. I'll be right back. Okay, so we'll start over again with this piece. It was supposed to be 5 by 8. I had 5 by 8 1/2, and that's why things did not turn out right. Okay, so start again. 1/2 inch to score, and 7 1/2 I turn this over and it will be again 1/2 inch off the end because it's now 8 inches long. And add 4 inches, which should be the center of 8. Okay, now then, we got those scores done. Going to cut at 3/4 of an inch from the 1/2 inch mark up to the 7.5 inch mark. Not quite there. That's good. At 3/4 of an inch. Now that should be in the right place. Down to the 1/2 inch mark. Okay, now we score the outsides at 3, 3 there, and down here, and at 5. And up here. Okay, and then we score the book at 1 1/4. And then I'll turn it around and do it at 1 1/4 on the other end. Okay. So that's our scoring. This will come up. This one comes up. We'll burnish those. Good. Okay. Now, this one goes forward, and see the score line here? It goes that way, and this one goes that way. So you have it kind of like that on both ends. Forward, back, valley, mountain. And this one folds as a valley. And these as mountains. So we have mountain fold. Burnish that well. We have another mountain fold to burnish. We have these go this way. And it folds over like so. And we can burnish these and burnish the center part. So there's our book. And we put it inside this. About a 1/2 inch in. And then when it folds up, it's like that. But before we put it in, let's decorate the front of our card. Now you could put designer series paper if you wanted on here. Or you could put emboss layer and put that on there. I am using the stamp set, and this is the image that I'm going to put on the inside. So I'm going to use the pots from the set, and I'm going to stamp them in the pecan pie, kind of randomly throwing the pots around. So I'm going to use the pecan pie. And just kind of randomly put the pot around. Sometimes it's really hard for me to get random. Maybe I'll make it go off the side there. And then I'm going to use another pot. And then I'm going to use the third pot. It's the biggest. Should have started with that. But we'll put a little bit there. Put some of it down here. And it doesn't matter if they overlap. I'll put one there. Because if you're just throwing pots around, they might fall on top of each other. That looks pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll stop with that. Now the greeting, sending love, I have already done and cut out. I stamped it with Mossy Meadow ink, and I cut it out using this smallest one of the dies, label dies. And since this is fairly thick anyway, I'm not going to put Stampin' Dimensionals under it. I'm just going to put the right here. Then I'm going to add some leaves. These are the dies, part of the dies from that set. And this time I remembered to put adhesive sheet behind it to make it easier to fasten them down. You don't end up with glue everywhere. Stick one there, kind of randomly again. There's a lot of my life where I'm not random. I have routines I go through every day, and if I don't go through my routine, my day gets messed up. I don't know if you're like me like that, but I have routines, but then other things I do randomly. Put that one there. Lost my video. Oh well. I have an iPad to monitor what I'm doing and to monitor comments, but I get so busy stamping and creating that I forget to look for comments. But if you leave them, I appreciate it, and I will get back to you when I get through recording. So we'll put this set of leaves on there. Come on up. There. So now we have a little bit of a embellishment there. And so now we can put in this. And I found the easiest way to do this is to get it collapsed down. And we're going to put it so that the edge of the frame is about 1/2 inch away from the edge of the card, like that. And I'm going to put some glue along this one. It doesn't look like it's straight. Oh well. Put a little bit of adhesive on here. Right. let's get the other. I have two glues here, so we'll see if this one is more ready to be used. There we go. And then just shut the card up like so. Got some glue on my finger. Okay, then we'll turn the card over and we'll do the same thing on this side. Only along here. We don't, all the rest of it is not fastened down. We'll close the card. Don't like this multi-purpose glue because it gets all over my fingers, but yet I love it because you can reposition things with it. Okay, and there's our book. So now we need to put some pages in our book, a couple of pages. And I have 2 pieces of cardstock that are 2 3/8 by 1 3 1/4. And on the one, I'm going to put the greeting that says, okay, where are you? It says, sometimes there are no words. I'm going to use the pecan pie. I'm going to check, make sure to see how lined up my label is. Kind of slopes down a bit. So I'll try adjusting. That looks pretty good. The rest of it will be space for me to sign the card. Although it's kind of difficult. If you're making this card and you're going to be sending it and signing it, I would suggest you sign it here before you put it on here, because it'll be difficult to sign once you get it on. So that goes on this side, and we'll just go ahead and put it on. I will post this on my blog with the measurements of the various pieces of cardstock and the scoring and stuff like that. Okay, now turn. Slide slightly. Yeah, that's better. That's why I like the multi-purpose liquid glue. Okay, now on the other, I'm going to do a bouquet with the leaves. Start with the pot. Try to put him in the middle of the card. I like this pot with the flowers on it. I think it's really cool. Okay, and then I'm going to use 2 different colors of green. I am using Old Olive, and I am using Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to start with the taller leaves. These. And then Mossy Meadow for the shorter leaves, which are this one. Put one there. Oh, that didn't do very good. See if I can correct it. Oh, that did better. That's one of the things about the photopolymer that I really like, is the fact that you can see where you're stamping, and so if you make a boo-boo like that, oftentimes you are able to correct it. There, so there's our plant arrangement. And we will put it on this side. When I got this set, this was one that was given to us at On Stage at Home. Everybody got this one, and I wasn't too thrilled with it because I really didn't know what to do with it. But I decided I had to use it, so I came up with this arrangement, and I have to say, I really like this card. It just worked out so nicely. In my esteem, oops, you didn't see that. And so there you have the book card. Folds up like this, and when you open it, you have a book. So it looks complicated, but it really is quite simple if you start out with the right size here. But it works out really nicely. So I hope you liked this demonstration. I hope you would. If you try doing this design, I'd love to have you share it with me. Email it to me, sue@soggystamper.com. Or if you have any questions, my blog is soggystamper.com. www, and like I say, I will put the measurements up there so that you can follow along and make it for yourself. If you need any of the products, or if you need a catalog, because the new catalogs are coming out, and I have some to give to you. If you're a demonstrator here in the United States and don't already have a demonstrator, I would love to have you as a customer. So just send me an email, sue@soggystamper.com, with your email, your address, and a phone number so that I can call you to see once in a while, not very often, but once in a while, to see if you have anything that you need to order or if there's something I can help you with. And my store is creationsbysue.stampinup.net. If you go to my blog, soggystamper.com, there's a button in the upper right-hand corner that says Shop with me or something like that. And if you click on that, it'll take you right to my Stampin' Up! Store. And this will be up on my YouTube channel, The Soggy Stamper, this evening. So thanks for watching. Have a wonderful weekend and Happy New Year. Be safe New Year's Eve. And I hope that 2024 is a great year for you. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Friday at 7 o'clock in the evening. Bye-bye.